the wife secretly entered a luxury hotel without her husband's knowledge. She pushed open the door and gently removed her coat, instantly revealing her stunning figure, making the man's heart race and blood pressure soar. But who could imagine that this captivating woman wasn't an escort, but a cold-blooded top assassin? While the man was still intoxicated by this moment of intimacy, she swiftly snapped his neck the next second. The bodyguards outside heard the commotion and rushed in to check, only to find their boss already dead on the floor. The woman remained completely calm, elegantly putting on her coat. As the bodyguards lunged at her, she hooked her bag's steel ring onto a window hook, gripped the other end, and leaped out. She then slipped into a taxi and left without a trace. Her name was Julie, and she had a husband, Pete, who deeply loved her. But Julie didn't know that her husband was also an assassin, and they worked for two different organizations. Even more coincidentally, their bosses were sworn enemies, and both remained completely unaware of each other's true identity. Until that day, when they each received a new assignment targeting the same person, a fugitive wanted by two countries who had to be eliminated before crossing the border. Julie reached the ambush point first, planting infrared-triggered mines along the target's route, then quietly waited for her prey. Just then, a go-kart suddenly rushed out, triggering the sensors. Not wanting to harm innocents, Julie was forced to disconnect the wire. The door opened, and out stepped Pete. She never imagined it was her husband, assuming he was just an innocent passerby. Meanwhile, the target's convoy was approaching in the distance. By the time she regained her focus, Pete had already shouldered a rocket launcher. Julie instantly realized this guy was in the same business. Without hesitation, she aimed and fired. With a gunshot, Pete fell. Fortunately, he wore body armor, but the shot thoroughly enraged him. Pete fired back with the rocket launcher, instantly reducing a building to rubble and detonating the surrounding mines. Julie sensed the danger and quickly retreated, but both their missions had failed. Watching Julie's retreating figure, Pete felt something familiar. Later, in the ruins, he found a laptop belonging to Julie. After returning home, Julie received new orders from her boss. To prevent identity exposure, she had to eliminate the assassin who appeared at the scene. Pete received the same orders. He had a technician recover the computer data and found Julie's company address. Meanwhile, Julie discovered through surveillance footage that the assassin was her own husband she lived with daily. That evening, they sat at the dinner table as usual. On the surface, it was warm and peaceful, but underneath lay deadly intentions, because they both knew the other had become their next target.